So what has life been like the past 5 years? I'll give the quick rundown. So we got married about, 3, 4, 5 months after that. We bought our first house. Tenile finished her master's. We had a baby. I got a new job. We moved to a new state here in Tennessee for that job. Lived in a townhouse for a short time. Bought a house and had another baby. So kept up so far. That's kind of where we are today.
Yeah, so we pretty much took like the top stressors you can have in marriage, and we decided to like just cram it all in the first few years.
Do it all at once.
See how it played out. In all seriousness, though, I think that those, as hectic and chaotic as some of those things have been, they truly have been answers to prayer. And even when we have been reflecting, when we were thinking about all that we've gone through, we just saw how God truly knew what was best for us. So what do you think has brought us closer over the past 5 years?
The big thing I would say would be our move to Knoxville. That's taught us to really stay closer together, and we had to rely on one another. We moved to a place where we knew no one, knew nothing about the place. So that and the 9-hour car trips back and forth to see family can really tell you a lot about a person and how they are, and it's just really giving us a chance to get to know each other better and rely on each other more.
Yeah, I would agree. The move to Knoxville has definitely put our relationship to like a whole new level. And then on top of that, I would also say adding kids. Since having children, we have definitely had to up our intentional communication game. It's already easy, I feel like, once you get married to kind of start to live like roommates where you just kind of coexist. And we knew from the beginning that's not what we wanted our marriage to look like. And then when you throw in kids and, sleeping decreases and routines have been set and you're adding all these other things in, it's just easy to just forget that, oh, hey, I haven't talked to you in like 2 days. Like, I don't really know what's going on. So since we knew that we had a vision of what we wanted our marriage to look like, we've had to be extra intentional to set time aside just to communicate not just day-to-day stuff, but on a deeper level, what's actually going on in his life and what he's struggling with and what has he been, successful with, and just little things like that.
What is a bonus quality you've learned about me and being married over the past 5 years?
I would honestly say your comedic relief. So when I first met you, I never would have guessed you have this like hilarious side to you. And then little by little, when dating and being engaged, I feel like you let your guard down enough that I saw that come out. But then once we got married, I just feel like you were totally just you. And you just have these hilarious one-liners. It makes it even more funny because you just kind of sit there and you're just like thinking, and it looks like you're really, in deep thought. And then you just come out with these really funny one-liners or just sayings. And it's just made some stressful moments or fun and lighthearted. And I've just really appreciated that. So what have you learned to appreciate about me that you didn't know when we first got married?
Your knack for adventure. You always like to be out doing something, something new, trying something new, exploring a new place. So that's been great for me to help get out of my comfort zone and that sort of thing, and just explore, especially being in a new place, being able to get out and explore new places together and just learn more about each other and have experiences. What dreams or expectations do we have about married life? Which have been fulfilled and which have not? I must say I didn't really have a whole lot of expectations going in. Nothing like setting the bar as low as possible, right? But we had a grace-based premarital counseling session before we got married, which really gave us a framework for a good, healthy marriage. And I'm not going to say it's not been hard or difficult, but it better equipped us to have those answers and kind of know some things to expect in a way ahead of time, which it's been hard. Sometimes it's harder than expected, but helps us grow closer together and stronger and better enjoy the fun times as well.
I don't think I really had any expectations going into marriage either. I think that was for several reasons. My parents were very open with my sister and me about how marriage works and how you do have to work at marriage. So I knew it wasn't going to be like rainbows and butterflies going in. I knew that it was going to be dying to yourself, and some days it's just the vows that get you through. That was kind of like the big joke. But then they also showed us like the fun parts of marriage too. So to pursue your spouse and just to make the everyday fun. And so I felt like I had a healthy view of marriage going into it.
What is something you've done that has really worked in your marriage? I would say our weekly marriage meeting that we have. Try to have what we call a marriage meeting, or at least one meal, just the two of us together once a week, where we can sit down and discuss schedules, how we can help each other, to-do lists, plan for the future, and just so on and so forth.
And then my favorite thing that we've done, we actually started before we had kids. And then once we've had kids, we've realized how important it is. But we call it Whatever Wednesdays. And we put the kids to bed a little bit early. We don't worry about like the stuff that needs to be done around the house. And then Nathan and I usually get food, and it's something super healthy like pizza or Sonic or something like that. And we get to eat together, and that's usually when we watch like Netflix or a show that we really enjoy, and sometimes we just talk during that time. But it's just been really fruitful, and I think we've seen a lot of just being able to have that time with each other. We learned the importance of having like weekly date nights with your spouse. If you could give advice to your newlywed self, what would you say?
I would say don't have expectations. Set goals and dream, but don't wish the time away. Just enjoy the time while it's there, because it goes by faster and faster every year. And once it's gone, it's gone. Don't take things for granted. I know probably for us here, we're going to be wishing we were making bottles and changing diapers before too long.
Just kind of piggybacking off of that, it's just a season. And so have those hopes and dreams, but don't wish away the season you're in. I know, like for me personally, when we were dating, I couldn't wait to get engaged, married, have kids. And sometimes I even find myself thinking, I can't wait till my kids are a little older so we can do a little bit more things. And I just have to remind myself to remember to live in the moment, because that's all it is a moment, and you can't get it back. And then also I would say just to make the mundane fun. That's where you do life. Like those cool experiences happen, but that's not going to be your everyday. And so I feel like that's where you build life, is in those little small monotonous moments. So just trying to make those fun.
Yeah, just be intentional.
Yeah, intentional. Good word.